welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Magnus Haglind. He is the Head of Market Infrastructure Technology with Nasdaq. Magnus, it's great to have you back. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Hi, Jill. Thanks for having me.
What were some of the highlights for the market tech team for the year as you look back on 2021?
I think the year was very much characterized by the pandemic. I mean, we are now in the second year, and we've seen continuously seen a lot of activity in the market. So it's been a lot of focus on resiliency and ensuring that the markets have capacity to operate. And I think we've done great this year, and we've seen even higher peak numbers running through the market infrastructure around the globe. For example, we saw another peak in our Nasdaq systems during the year with up to 120 billion messages that we stored in our data lake. So I think that's an important one. And overall, I think the global market infrastructure kept up well this year. Second thing, the next big highlight, I would say, is the recent announcement that Nasdaq did with AWS. So we now have a multi-year partnership with them to basically re-engineer and redesign the next generation of capital market infrastructure. So we're super excited about the partnership and the opportunity now to bring markets to cloud.
Looking into 2022, what are the key technology trends that you believe will impact market infrastructure organizations globally?
Yeah, so certainly cloud is one important one that is the front and center of many CIOs. We did a survey together with Celent during the year, and it was very interesting to note that a lot of CIOs and CTOs globally want to improve the agility and time to value and of their organizations. And a lot of them also want to continue to invest and modernize and implement more microservices-oriented architecture. And cloud is an enabler for that, and an important one to allow the organizations to adopt a more innovative approach to infrastructure and then bring value quicker. So it's a very important metric that came out of that survey, that during the next 4 years, basically almost 30% of the applications across global market infrastructure will be cloud-based.
And how are some of the market infrastructure organizations managing this transformation and these trends?
No, I think they are continuing to invest, and certainly a lot of the firms started ahead of the pandemic, but I think they are planning now for the next phase or next stage of modernization. And it's not just about modernizing the back-end architecture of their operations, but also look into the interface of digitalization. So how can the interaction between trading firms and the exchange and the marketplace and clearinghouses change and become digitalized? It's basically the consumerization, you can say, of the interaction between the clients and the customers. So we're going to see much more APIs and also workflow tools. And in response to that, we launched a Nasdaq Connect during the Client Connect during the year, which is a portal that will allow firms to modernize the interaction patterns between them and automate those workflows.
And finally, what are some of the focus areas for your business and your teams in the year to come?
Yeah, so we certainly, as a provider and tech partner to more than 130 markets globally, we continue to invest in our products and services to bring more value to our clients, to allow them to choose the path for modernization and transformation. So we've seen during the years also an uptake in using SaaS services. So we will continue to bring critical market infrastructure as SaaS to our clients, and then look into the investments into R&D jointly with AWS to see how we now can truly transform the ecosystem and the global market infrastructure. So we are on an exciting journey for the next 10 years to bring much more value, reduce barriers, and bring new market infrastructure to the world.
Yeah, exciting indeed. Magnus, thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you for having me.